Welcome to Online WorldLit. This is Dr. Lowry, your instructor. The purpose of this video is to provide a brief little overview of the way that the course is set up so that you'll be able to easily navigate through all of the details that you need to pay particular attention to. One of the first things you'll notice that whenever you click into the course is that I have a home page that kind of gives some specific details that you need to be sure that you read through very carefully. I want to point out some highlights that you need to be familiar with. First of all, you need to know that anytime you're using Canvas, that Canvas is not compatible with Internet Explorer or Safari. You'll need to be sure that you're using either Firefox or Google Chrome in order to access all the information that you're going to need to see within Canvas. Sometimes things will not open up if you're using Safari or Explorer, so be sure that you download the free browsers of Firefox or Google Chrome in order to access all the detailed information that you'll need. I have a link to the course syllabus here that you can open up and print out in order to read through all of the requirements for the course. I suggest that you keep a copy of the course syllabus handy so that you'll be able to kind of refer back to it as needed. There is no ebook for this course. Most students are familiar with the fact that we use lots of ebooks here on the campus at JCJC. There are no ebooks for the class. You're required to purchase a 2-volume textbook and a novel from the bookstore. Information regarding these texts can be found on the course syllabus. One of the things that I've done on the home page here is I've used a color coding system to kind of tell you what specific assignments are due, when they're due, which provide links, attendance checks, and so forth. And you'll notice as you continue throughout the modules that I'll show you in just a second that the color coding is going to be something that is used to kind of draw attention to what it is that you need to pay close attention to. All assignments have a specified due date. I do not accept any late work for any reason. Every assignment that you have in this course is open up from the very beginning. It is imperative that you work ahead as much as you possibly can. I don't expect you to have to turn in all of your assignments a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead, but you have to turn in your assignments at least by the deadlines that are given. All the deadlines that are given are listed for you here at the bottom of the home page. You'll see each one of the due dates and the deadlines that are given along with the times in which the information has to be submitted. Pay very close attention to that because there are no excuses for not turning in an assignment by the deadline. Technology excuses, problems, situations, anything that arise are not valid excuses for submitting assignments after a deadline. If you run into any type of problems turning something in, you have to send me a message before the deadline in order for it to be something that we can try to work through. I prefer that you use Canvas Inbox in order to send me any messages, and you can use Canvas Inbox over here by clicking on this. Using Canvas Inbox will actually give the course code information that is listed at the top of the class along with the PeopleSoft code that I'll need to know which specific class you belong in whenever you send me a message so that I can keep all of my online students separate. The list of all of your proctored exams, there are 3 for the class, are here along with the dates of the proctored exams. Just as I stated up here about the due dates for assignments, these are the only dates that the proctored exams will be open. I strongly recommend you setting up your appointment for your proctored exams as early as possible, and be sure that you do not wait until the last days that are given in order to take proctored exams. Something will always come up at the very end and you'll miss your due date or your deadline. And as stated above, I will not accept anything that is considered late, even if it is a test. You can begin setting up proctored exams by the end of the first week or the beginning of the second week so that you can actually choose the dates that you want to take your test. I've got my contact information here, and as I said, I prefer that you use Canvas Inbox in order to message me. And you can read over the rest of the information that's on the home page, but I briefly want to explain to you what I mean right here whenever I say getting started. In this particular course, we use modules, and what I've done is I've gone through and I've set up each week that you have in the class with detailed information about what needs to be covered in that week by using these modules. You can access the modules by simply clicking on Modules over here on the left side of the screen, and once it opens up, you'll see that each one of the weeks is broken down step by step. You have week 1, week 2, week 3, and then the dates that are given here. You'll be able to access the first module and what you'll need to do whenever you begin the class by clicking on the front page there. It'll tell you the due dates for the proctored exams, setting up your proctored exam information, and then what it is that you need to actually begin reading. The page numbers that are referred here are going to start in Volume 1 of the textbook. Since it's a 2-volume textbook, we'll start in Volume 1, and I've given you the specific pages that I would like for you to read and the specific assignments. If by chance you see anything that is yellow, that is a link to something that you need to click on and read. It says here that any information that you can't find in the textbook that is taken from this listing here, you can use access to this link in order to be able to find that information. These are links to PowerPoints that you'll need to read through, and then of course here's the link here to Genesis 39 through 46, which is going to be one of the first readings that we have in the class. You'll notice as you scroll through the modules that there are weekly attendance checks, and these are going to be highlighted in pink. I'm going to just briefly kind of go through and show you that you'll be able to see the attendance checks that are listed by week. One of the things that you are responsible for doing is completing these attendance checks to actually prove that you're in the class and that you're participating in the class. The first attendance check is going to be a discussion board, and you can access the discussion board by clicking on the red link here or by clicking on discussions. There are specific due dates for each one of the discussion board assignments or for each one of the attendance check assignments. You'll see that it actually gives you in blue the time that this has to arrive. It is important that you have your information in before these deadlines, because most of these assignments are not only going to count for attendance checks, but they're also going to count for grades. So if you don't turn the assignment in by the deadline for the attendance checks, then you're going to actually be counted absent, and you're going to lose the points that are attached to some of these assignments. So be sure that whenever you're looking through the modules, that you read through them very carefully. If there are any links that don't work as you progress through the modules, please email me so that I can reset them, because I won't know that they don't work unless you actually contact me to let me know that they're inaccessible. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to contact me by using Canvas Inbox to ask your questions. I will try to answer the questions as quickly as possible, but I will not answer questions about assignments that are already passed. If you have a question about an assignment, it has to be asked before the deadline.